Hey up Photo Pips, and welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel. Now today I was going to go out on an adventure up to the Derwent Valley because the reservoir has sunk down over 50 feet and it's laying open for us to all go and sort of walk in. Very sludgy, very muddy, but somewhere where we can go. Now the idea I got to do this was the fact that I was watching Central News and it came on that the original Derwent village, which was flooded to allow for the reservoir, is now visible. And although it's only a ruin and there's bits left and there's sort of an arch, and I think there's one full building. Now the other thing that I was incented by to go was the fact that one of the subscribers to the channel, Joe Summerhill, he's been and he put some great pictures on which inspired me to want to go. So I've got a day off work today, but unfortunately there's a weather warning over the Derwent Valley and it's very windy and it's very rainy, and to be honest, to travel up there to just turn around and come back, there's no real point. I wouldn't have enjoyed my photography. They're roughly saying that it'll probably be back to its normal levels around the middle of January. So if you get the opportunity to go over to the Derwent Valley, so what they're saying is it happened, the last time it happened was 70 years ago, so it's not a very regular thing. So if you get the opportunity to go and have a look. I mean, I've not gave up, I'm still going to have a go, I'm going to see if I can do it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back into this series of working out the way the X-T3 is working, and today I want to look at the touchscreen. I feel it's something that YouTubers have not really touched on, excuse the pun. The touchscreen, so we're going to look into that and just see how it works. I'm using the Canon M6 just to piggyback on the X-T3 so you can view the way it all works on the screen, and I'm just recording this part of the video on the X-T2. Superb. So let's get started, let's get these cameras up and running. So we're going to just start a recording. I'm just going to check, make sure I'm happy with what I'm seeing on this screen. I've put this into manual mode. Yeah, we've got some manual focus going off. Yeah, it looks sharp enough, and we'll get started. So the first thing you need to do when you're setting your touchscreen up is hit the menu button, push up once for the wrench button, and come across to your button dial settings. Now once you've done that, you need page 3 of 3, so you're going to have to scroll down to get to page 3, and you'll see there touchscreen settings. Open that up, select the first one, which is touchscreen on off. Make sure you've got that on. I'm pretty sure as a default it is off. Now the second part of this is the EVF touchscreen area. Now what this does is this will allow you to select a part of the screen that's only active. Because I shoot right-eyed, the top right hand side of the screen for me, I need active, the rest I need to be activated. That way when I touch it with my face, it's not going to activate or press any buttons in any strange way or form. So that's the second thing you need to think about. So if you're shooting with your left eye, then you'll probably be better off doing the opposite to what mine is and having the left part deactivated. That way your face is furthest away from that part of the screen, which you'll be using this section of the screen. It's absolutely brilliant. I really think it's a great thing. So that's the second thing you're going to need to do, is go in, select the part of the screen you don't need. Right, so once you've done that, come out of that, quick shortcut, you need to press and hold the back button for a couple of seconds, and that's going to flick into your button select. So this is where you can customize the screen and how you want to use it for yourself. What you need to do is you need to go to F1, T obviously touchscreen, F1. Now my first push up one is for the preview, white balance and ISO. Basically what this does, if you're in a dark room and you're using flash photography and you cannot see your subject because it's so dark, then I nominate this as a button, because what this will do is allow you to see the image. It gives it a forced ISO, so it's really high, really grainy when you're looking for it, but the image is only taking an ISO of whatever nomination you set it at. So for me, 160, the lowest native ISO, but it's probably showing me the preview at 2600, something like that, or whatever it needs for the camera to give me a preview. It's really good. It's a really good thing to have if you shoot in flash. If not, go in, have a look what you can have a look. You've got your histogram, so you can push that up, your electronic leveler, push that up, use that. Aperture settings, I mean, it's brilliant. And there's your performance. So what that will do is if you kick up on that, that will give you a boost mode now in camera in the X-T3, not like the X-T2 where you have to have the grip. This will give you it in camera. So I'm just going to stick with my preview one because I do like to use that when I'm using flash photography. So the second one I've got is, if I swipe to the left, this is going to give me the sports finder, where it reduces the size of the screen and gives you 16 megapixels, allowing the screen to be smaller so that you can see what's approaching. The reason why I've selected this is if I do sports photography or wildlife, it's nice to see what's actually coming into the screen before it does, because that will give you the preview on either through the viewfinder or on the back of the screen, allowing you to judge when that subject is about to enter the main part of the viewfinder so you can take the image. Brilliant. The downside is it's cutting your sensor down to 16 megapixels rather than 26. But it's something or nothing. It's either you have that or go and have somebody else. So for the right hand side nominated touchscreen function, I've gone for the play button so I can quickly review what I've just taken. I can select an image, there's a picture of the sky, and then I can just pinch and move around, and you can just go in and in. Probably should have picked a better picture, but it is what it is, and that's the way it works. Same again, just like that, and then swipe across to get your next one, and the 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 next one. Again, pinch to zoom. It'd be a lot easier if I never had this little Canon in front of me, but you get the picture, yeah? Literally, you get the picture. And my final selection for my touchscreen is my Bluetooth. Swipe down, Bluetooth's activated, you're away. Just fire up the app, and then you've also got your tagging for your geotagging, which is really important for me. It's something that I like to do. I used to always take just a photo on my iPhone just to get the GPS, and now I don't need to. So with that said and done, the next thing we need to look at is when I use this for video, this is brilliant. So I'm just going to pop it into video mode, and along here you can see that I have it in a thing called silent video. So you see where it says set there. If I click that, what this now is going to do is give me, without touching any of the other buttons on the camera, it allows me to select what I need to. So we've got the shutter speed, I can just go over and use that. Then I've got my F number, my aperture, I can just go up and use that. And then I've got my exposure compensation, ISO, mic levels, it goes on and on and on. Even look, my film simulations, I can use all of it. So the way we do this is you need to select your menu button, make sure you're in your movie settings, and you see movie modes, and we need to find the silent movie setting. And there it is. So it's in 5 out of 5, and you just go across and turn it on. Then that's going to give you no complications whatsoever, and you're using the touchscreen. So once again, you're not messing with any of your other buttons. Now the other thing I want to do is I'm going to show you the way I like to use the touchscreen to focus, especially when I'm using video, because I always tend, I don't know why, when I'm in manual focus, and I'm trying to focus on the subject, I always go the wrong way. What's wrong with me? You've got a 50-50 chance and I get it wrong every time. But by using the screen to focus, you don't get that problem. So I'm just going to record this. I've just picked up the GoPro Hero Silver, and I'm just going to quickly try and record this section of me focusing on the characters. The guys have just come out of their boxes to give us a hand here. I've articulated the screen just to save me from struggling to kneel down. Again, another great feature of the Fuji cameras. And we're just going to touch to focus. We're starting off with the German SS officer, and we're going to just move across there as it flicks and jumps onto the next one, and then we'll go for this guy right at the back. Now he's the furthest one away from the guy at the front, and let's just give him a quick tap, and there you go, it grabs him again. Let's just grab onto this guy. By the way, if any of you guys out there know what these characters are, give us a shout, because I'm not too sure on what the uniforms. So if you know, just let me know what they are. I know obviously these are Germans, US guy here and another German. It's just this guy really. I don't know what he actually is, but it'll be good to know. Look, you see now, look, the cameras, it's breathing, it's looking for the image. Now whether that is just because it's sort of in a darker area, I'm not too sure, or whether it's just because it's right over near the screen. I wouldn't have thought it was the screen being right over there. I'd say it's probably more, it's just the actual way that I'm shooting in this light's not brilliant. But this guy's up front, this guy's at back. Now that's what's more important to me, the transition between focus from far to near. I don't want it breathing, I don't want it looking or searching. So that's brilliant. So that is how the touchscreen all works and how it aids me in my photography. Now what I suggest you do is get experimental with the touchscreen, find out what particular items on the camera is going to work best for you, because we're all different, we all do things different. But I think that by customizing that touchscreen, it's going to help a lot, especially for things that you don't use a lot but are important to your photography. Like for me, I feel that the Bluetooth is very valuable, and something that, because of my geotagging, is going to really help. I just got to keep remembering to turn it on. Still new. Now the other thing I want to talk to you about quickly, if I can, is the fact that a link below, I have now set up a CP photographic Flickr page for us all to share our images. It's not a page, sorry, it's a group. Okay, so we can all now upload. The way I want to work this is when I go out and do an adventure, let's say a coastal adventure, I'm going to put up a picture, and I'd love it if you guys can share your stuff, because you get to see my stuff on the video, and I'd love it if you could share your stuff too. So it's for YouTube subscribers to come along and share their work. So the only way you're going to know what to post is by watching the video, because at the end of each video I'll tell you what I feel would be good to post up on the Flickr site. So for instance, I've put one picture up. It's a picture of a coastal scene of a puffin that I took when I was in Northumberland. So I feel that this could possibly be a coastal, I mean, we've got lighthouse, we've got boat, we've got wildlife. So this is why I want to be more specific in what I actually approach. And for me, my last adventure was a coastal one. Although this was taken when I went to Northumberland, what I'm trying to put across is it doesn't have to be a new image, it can be historical, a picture you took years ago, as long as it's related to the subject on the on the YouTube film. So it was a coastal shoot that I went over to Whitby, took some beautiful photographs, and so I feel that this week or this episode's subject should be of coastal. So please feel free to come and join the group and post up one image of a coastal scene. I think this is going to be brilliant. I'm really excited, because I really want to see what you guys are photographing. I really do, because it's very inspiring, and places that I've never been before, whether it be home or abroad, it will give me the incentive and the inspiration to go out and photograph even more. So how do we qualify for the Flickr group? Well, the first thing you need to be is a subscriber to the YouTube channel. That way you get to find out the content of the Flickr image for that week, month, fortnight, whenever I post a new adventure up. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing you're going to need to do is click the notification bell. That way you're going to get an email telling you that there's a new video live, and the fact that the content is going to be in the end of the video, you're going to need to know what the content is. Although let's say it might be coastal, I might put a seabird in there, and I might say I want specifically a seabird, but to make things easy this time I want coastal shots. So it can be boats, lighthouse, windmills on the sea, anything, shells, anything, macro. You imagine getting a macro lens and just doing some seashells. That'd be absolutely stunning. Anything to do with coastal. So I'm keeping it wide, a wide option, a wide choice, but believe me, there's going to be times when it's going to be really, really intense. I don't mind if they're historical pictures, something that you shot 10 years ago, anything, something that you shot yesterday, doesn't matter. All I want you to do is share your images, and with that said and done, there's one thing left to do, and that's subscribe, click the notification bell, and get out and shoot. You know you want to. Cheers guys, have a great weekend.